Radiator comes on at 5:30. I know this now, I didn't used to know it. It does something particular to the left side of the hall. The right side stays a little cooler. The photograph is on the shelf in the cooler part, which means nothing. The radiator doesn't know. November has its own schedule, and it's keeping to it. The radiator, November, working through the cold the way it does. The radiator, November, doesn't know I'm standing in the warm part. Doesn't know about the shelf. Doesn't know about November living in my chest. Just doing its November things. I've started leaving the hall light on past 8 o'clock, which is different from before. Before I didn't bother. The radiator finds me standing there sometimes at the edge of where the warm part starts. It isn't waiting for me to feel a thing. It's doing what it was installed to do, which is more than I can say for how I've been. The radiator, November, indifferent the way good objects are. The radiator, November, I owe it nothing, and it owes me less. Doing its November things, not knowing anything about my November things. I had a thought last Tuesday that I was gonna say out loud to the radiator. It was something true, something I'd been carrying since the photograph. I didn't say it. The radiator isn't. The radiator can't. The warmth still came. The radiator, November, and the photograph in the slightly cooler part. The radiator, November, me in the warm, not knowing what to do with that. The radiator, not knowing anything. I was doing something else when I said it, not waiting to say it, just saying it. The room was empty, which was the right amount of company. I said it the way you say a plain true thing into the air of a room that already holds it, not looking for an answer, the room already knew. I said it was over to the room which already knew. I said it was over to the coat still on the hook by the door. I said it was over to the photograph on the shelf which didn't move but heard me. I sat down on the floor for a moment after, which isn't the same as falling. It was the nearest flat thing, and the afternoon seemed like it wanted me lower. The air in the room was the same air, the lamp was the lamp, the coat was exactly where it had been, which is the strange thing about saying a true thing. The room doesn't rearrange itself in acknowledgement. I said it was over, the floor received it. I said it was over, the afternoon kept doing what it does. I said it was over, the room didn't need me to explain. It had been holding this a long time before I found the words. Here's what I know. Saying a thing and having said it are not the same feeling in the chest. But I said it to the room, and the room already knew. And something in the air was different in the way a room is different after a true thing has been said inside it. I said it was over and stayed in the room after I'd said it. I said it was over and the coat was still on the hook where it's been. I said it was over and the afternoon continued, and the room and me in it. Take it from the shelf in the cooler part, where it's been since I stopped knowing it was there. I hold it one moment, not measuring, just one moment. The rain mark in the lower corner, still the rain mark from that year. I know what it taught me. I want to say that before it goes in. It taught me that the room was mine all along, that the keeping was mine, that the maintenance was something I was doing for myself, and I can put it away for myself too. Drawer beside the table, the one that holds things without question. I place the photograph inside, face down, the way I want to orient it. This is not losing it, this is knowing where it is. This is the difference between the drawer and the shelf in the cooler part, where it was kept legible for someone who is not coming. Into the drawer where things go and they're finished being displayed. Into the drawer, not away, just where it belongs now. Into the drawer, the photograph with the rain mark from that year. Still mine, still real, still something the drawer doesn't end. closing. The lamp is still on the schedule, it's been on since autumn. I'm going to let the lamp be on that schedule. That's the one thing I'm not changing today. The lamp can stay on his schedule. I can stay in the room with a lamp on his schedule, and the photograph in the drawer, and know the difference. The coat is still on the right hook, the note is still in the pocket, the lamp is on, the photograph is in the drawer. All four things in their right places, the places that are right for now, which are not the same places as before. And that's what before taught me, that the places that are right for now are mine to choose. Into the drawer, one rain-marked photograph, one finished love, one thing I learned about how I keep things. The drawer closes without force. I've been keeping the photograph in the cooler part of the hall, because that's where it would be kept if someone who knew the room were keeping it. That is the first thing I'm keeping. I've been keeping the lamp on the same schedule, which wasn't my schedule originally. I adjusted to the schedule and then I forgot it was an adjustment. I've been keeping the coat on the right hook, not the left. The left hook is mine, the right hook was the one that was used by someone who came in from outside. I've been keeping the route that passes the shelf on the way to the kitchen, so the shelf can be seen from the door by someone coming in from outside. I've been keeping the note in the pocket of the coat on the right hook, where it would be found by someone reaching into the right pocket. I've been keeping all of this legible. That's the word. Legible. I've been keeping it legible as a room that someone might come back to, as a hall that would make sense to someone who had been in it before. And I am the someone who has been keeping it legible for the someone who is not coming. Name what I'm keeping. I'm keeping a lamp on a schedule. I'm keeping a coat on the right hook. I'm keeping a roof through the hall. I'm keeping a note in a pocket. I'm keeping a photograph in the cooler part. I'm keeping a room legible for someone who is not coming back to read it. That's what I've been keeping. I take the long way through the hall now, which adds 12 seconds to the kitchen. I've counted. I wasn't trying to count, but the feet know when they're being rerouted. I leave my phone face down on Tuesdays, which is a normal thing that anyone might do. I've changed which hook I use for the winter coat. The right one felt wrong after October. Nothing in it changed. I go the same places I was going. Nothing in it changed. I sleep the same hours, give or take an hour. I see the same people, say the same things back. Nothing in it changed. Nothing in it changed. By 2 o'clock on most nights I'm awake. The way to the kitchen doesn't pass the shelf. I know this now, I didn't plan it consciously, but the floor knows which boards to use. I haven't said his name, which isn't new. I didn't say it much before, but now not saying it takes a specific kind of attention. Nothing in it changed. The hall is the same hall it was in October. Nothing in it changed. I would know if something had changed. I would be the first one. I would say it. Nothing in it changed. Nothing in it changed. This is the thing about nothing changing. Everything has to cooperate to keep it that way. 12 seconds added to the hallway. Phone face down, right hook for the code. The 2 a.m. route, the specific boards. Nothing in it changed. Nothing in it changed. Nothing in it. The mark on the photograph is rain from one specific year. I didn't preserve it. The rain was there and the photograph was there, and they were in the same place at the same time, and the photograph kept both of them. The lamp is on the schedule, it's been on since autumn. The coat is on the right hook with the note in the pocket. The photograph is on the shelf in the cooler part. All 4 things in the same room, in a rainy week, in the same year as always. Rain on every year. The mark is still on it after all the years. Rain on every year. The photograph is still on the shelf where I've been keeping it. Rain on every year. photograph is that year's rain. They are in the same room. The lamp doesn't know the difference. The coat on the right hook doesn't know the difference. The note in the coat pocket doesn't know the difference. And neither does the mark, which is simply the evidence of one real rain in one specific year that a photograph was there for. The lamp, the coat, the note in the pocket, the photograph in the same rainy week. Here is the thing about a rain mark. It wasn't meant as anything. The rain came down the way rain does, and the photograph was there. And the rain marked the corner of it where the silver had already begun to lift. Nobody put the mark there to be found later, when the lamp was on and the coat was on the right hook, and it was raining again. It's raining now, the same rain in a different year, with the same mark still on the corner, and the lamp on and the coat on the hook. I didn't choose to love the rain mark, it just is what the photograph has. And every year rain comes and I notice, and the photograph doesn't, and the lamp doesn't, and the year keeps being a year. Rain on every present. I've had it written out since the better part of winter. The words are right, I've changed them 7 times. Not the meaning, just the order of the truth, the way I mean it this time. There's a version where I wait until I'm ready, and another where the right moment comes around. I've been in correspondence with both of those versions. Neither one of them has written back. Send it anyway, not when you're certain. You won't be certain. Send it anyway. The draft has been sitting long enough. Send it anyway. I've been careful with the phrasing of the ending, the way it closes without sounding like a door. I've been adjusting the tone of the last sentence since sometime in November, if not before. The revision isn't gonna make it easier. The sending is the only thing that will. Send it anyway, not for the answer, for the setting down. Send it anyway. The keeping isn't helping you let go. Send it anyway. I've been but the holding hasn't helped me set it down. And the truth doesn't get cleaner if you leave it in the drawer a little longer. The note has been folded for too long to count as keeping anymore. The writing is the only part that's yours. Send it anyway, whatever comes back from the sending. Send it anyway, the writing is the only part that's yours. Send it anyway. She got up for water, which is an ordinary reason. Her body chose the route it chose without consulting anything she'd planned. She's standing at the shelf, the lamp is off. She didn't turn it on. She can see the edge of it in the kind of dark that shows you edges. Still looking at midnight, at the things she'd been so careful with in daylight. Still looking at midnight, when the body overrules the plan. Still here, the lamp was off. Still looking at midnight. She can see the mark that rain made once on it. She cannot see the faces in it clearly. The dark removes a certain kind of examining and leaves the unguarded kind instead. She doesn't move her hands toward it. She doesn't turn the lamp on. That would make it a decision she had made. You've been maintaining the route. You've been careful with the hook and the 12 seconds and the phone on Tuesdays. And at midnight the body went and was already there before you knew which route you'd taken. She stood the length of something she won't measure, and then she went back to the bedroom. The lamp was off, the photograph was where it's been. The dark outside was doing what November dark does, none of which required is not different in any way I could name for you. The lamp is on the same schedule. The photograph is where it is. The coat is on the hook. It's been on since October. But I walk through it today in a way I don't have a name for yet. Not the careful rerouted version, not the midnight one. Something in between that doesn't have a name yet. I called someone from the hall on Tuesday, just a quick call. I was on the way to something else, I said when I put it away. Not if I didn't flag it, neither did she. But the hall was around me when I said it, and the hall is different in the way a room is different when a language inside it has quietly updated. The hall after is almost the same hall. The hall after is still the lamp on the shelf side. The hall after has the code and the photograph and the same corner, but the air in it has let out a little something. The hall after. I'm not saying I've decided anything. I'm saying I said when instead of if, to someone on the phone in the hall on the way to the kitchen, and the hall registered that. The hall after has the same geography it started with. The hall after has a route that doesn't have a name. The hall after has a when in it somewhere, where the if used to be. Nothing. Called it the code on the right hook and the root and the lamp. Called it the photograph in the cooler part of the hall. Called it a room that hadn't changed. I was not ready to be ready, which is not the same thing as not ready. I was the person maintaining the not ready, one lamp schedule at a time. What I called unchanged was the room I kept making every day. What I called unchanged was the maintenance I was calling nothing. What I called unchanged is the thing I'm in the hall about right now. What I called unchanged. I call the hook a hook. I call the 12 seconds an accident, and the phone face down on Tuesdays just a preference. I call the note in the pocket something I'd forgotten. I call the photograph in the cooler part just where it happened to be. I call the lamp on his schedule just the schedule. called all of it nothing. What I called unchanged was a room I was deciding every morning. What I called unchanged had a person in it making every choice. What I called unchanged was changed by me every day to keep it that way. I'm not choosing a return. I'm not forgiving the easy kind that cost nothing. I'm not getting a different room in a different city and starting from somewhere that doesn't have a lamp on his schedule. I'm choosing this, that the maintenance was mine, that the keeping was mine, that the room was kept for me. Nothing in it changed. That's what I called unchanged. I was the one who changed it every day to keep it that way. The lamp had been on all afternoon. I came through on the way to something else. The angle of it caught a corner of the shelf I'd grown careful not to look at for a year. A rain-marked edge turned outward toward the light. I didn't go to look. The lamp went first. That's what the hall light found. Not anything I went looking for. What the hall light found in the corner of the shelf I'd left alone. What the hall light found. The window behind me has its usual rain. It doesn't know the photograph it's near. I put one hand against the wall beside me, which is not the same as touching it, but isn't nothing. The coat is still on the hook. The afternoon is moving. I haven't turned to go. I've stood here longer than it takes to do a thing, long enough for the lamp to have been right about it, long enough to not pretend I didn't see. That's what the hall light found before what the hall light found. The coat has been on the hook since October. She reached in for the receipt she thought she'd left there. Her hand found something folded in the lining. She knew before she opened it what kind of thing it was. The kettle had its own opinion about timing. It came on the way it does on ordinary Tuesdays. She read it once, which wasn't for the words. Your handwriting at noon on a Tuesday with the kettle going. Your handwriting at noon in the pocket of the coat I stopped wearing. I wasn't looking, I wasn't anywhere near ready, and there it was at noon. I didn't read it for the words, I knew the words. I knew before I finished the first line. I read the way the Y fell below the line, the way you wrote "and" in one single motion, like you were already somewhere else, like you were going somewhere after this. The coat is back on the hook now, the kettle's been and gone. I'm standing in the kitchen on a Tuesday. Your handwriting at noon, the fold of it, not mine, yours. Your handwriting at noon in the pocket of the ordinary Tuesday. I wasn't looking, I want that noted. I wasn't looking. I folded it back the way it was folded, which wasn't the way I would have folded it. His fold going back inside his pocket. I haven't decided yet where it's going from my left hand. Your handwriting at noon, the coat is back on the hook it had. Your handwriting at noon in my left hand.